Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Tiamo Mahape and thank you guys for being here with me. Today I will be sharing with you my great sneaking out experience from home when I was a teenager so I can go to a New Year's bash. It was not a New Year's Eve bash to welcome the new year, basically. So basically on the 31st, you'll find that there's a bash all over, so that we can do the countdown into going into the New Year, celebrate New Year during midnight. So basically I come from a strict home, so they were not going to allow me to go out at night. And I was also still young, so I don't think any parent, any responsible parent would allow their young girl or boy to go out at that time in night, knowing what happens at bashes and what could possibly go wrong. So, and that's the thing, when you're young, you're just naive. You don't even think about those things. You are basically so reckless that you don't even consider your own safety. Not even others. You can't even think about your very own safety. Like, there's a lot of things that happens at night. There's a lot of things that happens in pubs, in bashes and all that. People get killed there. Even if you are not involved in the fight, you'll find that people are fighting next to you and someone breaks a bottle, and you know so things happen. You can get stolen, you can get trafficked, so there's just a lot. Your drinks can get spiked with drugs. You can find yourself that you unknowingly, so you fall into drugs. So obviously, hi Telly, what's wrong, kitty? You have your own food. Hi Telly. You'd find, so basically, as a youngster, um in my teens, I was wild at some point, and I don't know why I had this hype about New Year's Eve going into New Year. But as you grow up, it just fades away. So my grand sneaking out experience, guys. I basically planned how I was going to sneak out. As in, write it down what I'm going to do, how I'm going to get myself out of the house. Let me say this. The funny thing about my plan, I had planned how to get out of the house, but I did not plan how to get in, when I come back. So it was not even important for me to get in. At that point, the most important thing for me was to get out. Getting in, as long as in the morning, if they were going to find me outside, the thing is, I had achieved what I wanted to achieve. So I'm a planner. I'm a goal-oriented someone, and I set my eye for the ball. Focus like that. So I knew everyone's pattern in the house. I studied it even way before, like unknowingly so, because of my observant nature. I would notice, basically this one at this time of the night, they sleep around this time of the night, they drink water, they go to the bathroom at this time, or hardly go to the kitchen, or these are their movements. Okay, this one at this time of the night sits at the room and whatnot. So we also had something. I remember my sister and my brother-in-law were there. So I'm not sure if they were spending the night or they were going to leave. I'm not so sure about that one. But they were there with their family. And people tend to avoid the kitchen, guys, during like family gatherings, lunches and whatnot. Because I mean, in your sane mind, why would you sit in the kitchen and the sink is full of dishes? Like, how would you be comfortable sitting in the kitchen while the sink is full of dishes? So basically, you'll find that people just avoid going to the kitchen, like they avoid the kitchen. When it's that time, like that time when we are done eating, people tend to reduce their steps going to the kitchen and whatnot. So I had observed that. So I knew that I will exit the house using the kitchen door. And because it's not an open plan set up, so you can get inside the kitchen and close the door, and then there's a door to go out. So I was like, okay, the door that I can use to get out of the house would be the kitchen door, because around that time people are going to minimize their steps going to the kitchen, and I can easily say I'm going to wash the dishes at that point, and everyone will be happy. Horsham, there's someone washing the dishes. But yet again, let me tell you something. Who again in their sane mind will go inside the kitchen if someone had volunteered to wash the dishes and you come inside the kitchen just to sit? Because you will also want to lend a helping hand, and people don't like washing dishes. So I had that point. Point number one, I had to get the keys of the kitchen door and the kitchen buckler so I can leave using the kitchen door. In my home, my parents basically lock the doors and they sleep with the keys. Bulldogs, they sleep with the keys. So they will basically lock, make sure all the doors are locked, and go to bed with the keys. And they also lock their room. So lock all the doors, go to their room and tell everyone good night, go to their room and lock the door. So after they had locked the doors, I think they locked the kitchen door, passage door, the dining area door going outside, they left it so that when it's time for crickets to be shot, we could go out and watch the crickets even though they'll be sleeping. So those ones, I think they left them in my sister's care. So remember, the plan was not to leave after the hurrah moment, being welcoming the year, the countdown, 5, 4, 6. So I had to leave before that time to find myself wherever I had to find myself, so I can celebrate the year. Celebrate the year, get down to business, and so basically celebrate the year. No problem. So after they had locked the doors, I slipped out those keys, the kitchen door key and the buckler key. So I took it out from a bunch of keys. So I basically took out those 2 keys that I needed. And it's not like when they go to sleep and they grab the keys, now they count the keys here must be 10 or 20. Just grab the keys. So okay, those are the kitchen keys. Maybe they have like a red band or whatever they would be having. So the key holder, will obviously separate the keys, show you which key is for which section. So you should just grab those keys. Okay, is the kitchen door locked? Obviously you check it, it's locked, no problem. Obviously, who was last to use the kitchen toilet? Did you lock the buckle? Yes, the buckle is locked. Oh, no problem. Switch on the lights there and there. So I wrote that step number 1, get the kitchen keys. I'm obviously gonna say I'm gonna wash the dishes. Obviously I was dressed up well, but I think I changed outside, so I threw my changing clothes outside. We had dogs at home, so I was like, the dogs will obviously bark, ne? But once those dogs notice me, they will stop barking. And if they do bark, maybe they see my shadow or something, they will think it's people passing by, because those dogs literally, they bark at anything passing. So that was not an issue. As soon as the dogs would see me, they will know for the there's our person, so they'll stop barking. And then what? I have a phobia of frogs. I hate frogs, and I hate frogs. I am scared of frogs, but I hate frogs. I just hate frogs. So I wrote it there. I was like, frogs. Then I said, I don't care. And believe you me, at that point in time, I had this bravery inside of me. I did not care. I did not care about those frogs. Nothing is going to stop me from living. I want to see myself at that New Year's Eve bash. So I was like, frogs, try me that day, but I wasn't gonna be scared of you. So I obviously told them that I'm going to wash the dishes. People went on with their lives. Some sat at the dining area watching TV, others in their room. So yeah, it was just. So I went in there and I executed my plan immediately, before someone decides, for no man, let me go and chill with her in the kitchen. I can help her there and there. So I was like, before anyone starts thinking of nonsense, or maybe someone feels a bit hungry or decides, or no, let me grab a glass of juice or water, I must be out of the house, out of the yard. So immediately when I went in there and I said I'm going to wash the dishes, I touched 1 or 2 or 3 dishes just to calm my nerves down and to make sure no one is coming. And then I executed my plan. I unlocked the door, locked it, changed, left the other clothes there on the door outside, with the buckler closed there, unlocked the buckler, hid the keys somewhere. I did not want to leave with the keys in case I lose them. And then the dogs saw me. Obviously they didn't bark. And then I jumped the wall. So we basically have a wall. So I jumped the wall, and my crew, my people, they were waiting for me. We have street lights now. So there was one street light that was not working. So they were basically waiting for me in the dark. They were like, hey, they can't stand in the light. Obviously, if someone maybe peeks out of the window from my home, they were going to see them and whatnot. So they were waiting in the dark. I had communicated with them. My phone was on silent in case someone decides to call when I was executing my plan. So I would just see my phone flashing while someone is calling me. So I managed to go out, guys, and I was out, gone. They did notice that I was not around, and when I came back the same way I went out, and then I sneaked into my bed. But at that point in time, they had known that I had left. They found my note. I left the note on the bed. I'll be back now. Now this cat. Ugh. Kelly. Out. Bye-bye. My cat, guys, here Jola. So it comes back every night to eat, and then it leaves in the night. We'll see it in the morning. Or it's, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Jola. So they had found my letter on top of the bed. According to Miss Goody Two Shoes, she's the one who realized, Tori, I'm gone. And she then went into my room and found my letter on top of the bed. Found the plan, my plan written, my written out plan on how I am going to sneak out and leave. And yeah, I'm not sure if she's the one who presented it to the others for, hi, this one has left, or she just saw it, took a picture and left it there and laughed on her own. Because yeah, I think the last point, yeah, I think my last point was frogs. And then I said, I don't care. And Shem, I paid for that, you know. I remember my mom put up clothes on the line, and then later on, like that woman normally before it gets dark, if there's clothes on the line, she will go and take the clothes off the line, or even tell you to go and take the clothes off the line before it gets dark. But on that fateful day, she I know that she was busy. She was watching TV, I remember very well. And then it went dark. And I knew that when it goes dark, the frogs come out. And yeah, there were so many frogs on that, especially at the washing line side at home. Meaning it's at the kitchen side. So the washing line is at the kitchen, close to the kitchen. And you know, the kitchen, the drain and all those things, water coming out always. So it was an attractive point for frogs. When it was late at night, that woman was like, oh, I forgot something at the line. Hey, Mrs., go and take it. And I was like, hey, I'm scared of frogs. Like, oh, now you're scared of frogs. Now you are scared of frogs. Do you want to sleep outside? You were the one who said you don't care, just because you wanted to go wherever you wanted to go. But now you care. Now you're scared of frogs. So yeah, and literally when I opened the damn kitchen door, one frog, not at me, it jumped away. Remember, they are also scared of us. We're also scared of them. So when you come, they go away. But I was scared. And I remember that, Shem, it was just a lie. It's just that on that fateful night, on the 31st of December, the frogs were not there. I think they also went to a frog bash to celebrate the new coming year, but they were not there. Literally, I did not see any frog that night. When I went out, they were not there. Anyway, guys, this is my story, how I sneaked out to go celebrate the coming year, new year. Not good at all. Like I highlighted starting this video, that it was very reckless of me to behave like that. But as a child, you behave as a child. You basically behave as a child. That's why you need a firm hand of an adult to guide you. So thank you for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like, share, and if you would like to be a part of this group, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. And this is it from your girl Tiamo. Until my next upload.